What's up, everybody? It's been a minute. Today's video is pretty much about my birthing experience and tips to help you guys on an all natural birth. I had an all natural birth. I did at some point ask for gas, but guys, I don't think gas works at all, because when the whole time I was pulling it, I felt like maybe I wasn't getting anything. These are tips to help you guys. Some people say the gas works, some people say it doesn't. I'm super excited to share this with you guys. I had a crazy experience. I loved it. I love the midwives. I love the hospital I gave birth in because they were so nice, so awesome. They're the best, honestly, guys. Like, I'm gonna put in footage and everything, but if you want to see the actual real video of it, you can go to Taz and Linda. That's me and my partner's page. We pretty much just vlog on there about our whole life and document the birth of our baby and how we got our baby and stuff like that. So you can go check out that page and watch my birthing vlog. So let's just jump right into this video. Try to stay home as long as possible because they will send you home. Lucky for me, when I got there, I was already 5 centimeters dilated. Yay! I have no idea how that happened. I don't know if maybe I was already dilated ahead of time or something, but I have no idea. But I gave birth at 38 weeks in 3 days. Labor started around 3:30. It started earlier than that because I had diarrhea, but it wasn't anything that made me feel uncomfortable. And I stayed up that whole night. Like, I went to sleep early and I woke up after I went to the bathroom. It just happened. Like, I feel like I just went to the bathroom and then came back, and all of a sudden I was like, babe, my stomach hurts and like I feel these weird feelings. Like, guys, I don't even know how to describe contractions.
And your phone number?
954.
Your date of birth? Okay, and how many weeks pregnant?
38.
And what's going on this morning?
So it started like
contractions or water break?
I'm not really sure if they're contraction, but it started like an hour ago, and they're like really painful. Like, it's like down below my stomach and like inside of my like private area. It's like a weird like feeling, like it really
Pressure.
Yeah, like it really hurts.
Alrighty, I'm gonna page Jessica and have her give you a call back, and she should call you back within 20 minutes.
What time is it? 5 o'clock in the morning. Hello.
Hi, this is Jessica, one of the midwives. How's it going?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, tell me what's happening.
Okay, so every time I feel this pain, it starts like from my private area and then it goes up, and then like it gets very intense, and then like it's like a weird feeling that I don't know like how to really explain. But like it's so painful that every time it's done, my legs get so weak.
Yeah, how often is it happening?
I didn't start timing it because I don't know if they're like contractions, because I feel like maybe they're not contractions. So I didn't like time it, but it's coming and going.
Okay. So there is something called lightning crotch. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Yeah.
And it's like inside the vagina, and it's just this like sharp pain that radiates somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But that is something that happens like once or twice a day. So it's like, oh yeah, that happened to me. That happened last week. Or that happened a few times last week. So that is more just random pregnancy pain that they call it lightning crotch. Contractions comes and goes in a more regular interval. So they're coming it happens every 10 minutes, every 5 minutes, every 20 minutes. And contractions you can feel them in your back, you can feel them down below. Usually people feel them on their belly somewhere, but I wonder if you feel like they're coming that often, I wonder if you you just have a variation of, like, if it's, like, this is just the way you're perceiving contractions in early labor.
I'm not sure, because it is coming, like, back to back. It's not really close. I would say, like, 5 minutes, I would say. And it's not all the time. My stomach doesn't get hard all the time, but it just gets, like, really painful.
Okay, yeah. What number baby is this for you?
The first.
First, okay. And you're 38 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you feeling baby moves? Like yesterday, did you feel baby moves like normal?
I felt him yesterday and a little bit this morning. Not as much as usual, but a little bit this morning.
Okay, and when did these pains start?
They just started, like, I would say about an hour ago.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say if they keep coming regularly, like you're describing every 5 minutes, then I would say we should have you come on in at some point in the next hour or two.
Okay.
For decontraction.
Okay.
Are you having it now?
Yeah.
Yes, you sound like contractions. It sounds like you're having contractions.
Her stomach's really hard.
Yes, oh my gosh. Poor thing, yes, it sounds like contractions.
Okay.
Is it normal that her water didn't break yet?
Is what?
Her water didn't break yet.
Oh yeah, the water breaks before labor about 10% of the time.
Okay.
It happens like on TV 100% of the time. I think sometimes people think that's what needs to happen, but most of the time people start contracting, and then at some point your water breaks during labor.
But I didn't even know, like, contractions started, like, because I felt it so weird. I felt it in my butt, and I also felt it, like, in my crotch area. That's why when I called the hospital, they thought I was just having lightning crotch or whatever. But I told her that I was feeling it every couple minutes, so she was like, you know what, better be safe than sorry, come in.
Oh.
I'm having a hard time.
Oh.
When I came in,
Take off, I know.
thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good luck.
And when they checked me, they was like, yeah, you're 5 centimeters dilated. I was like, what? How? What did I do? I didn't do nothing.
So I was just about to look her up. She's 38 weeks, first baby. Been contracting since about 3 or 4 in the morning. She's pretty uncomfortable. No bleeding. A little bit of extra discharge, but it doesn't sound like her water's broke. You're doing a good job. Can I check you to see what's going on? Okay. Wait till after the next one. Deep breaths, okay? And lay your head back a little bit, okay? Butterfly your legs for me, but your hands. Great. So you're 5.
Really?
5, 100 minus 1.
5?
Any bag of water?
When did that happen?
Why are you doing all this hard work? It's working.
I thought it would be more painful to be fucking.
Okay, listen, so your cervix totally is thinned. That's a lot of the work you've already done. Now it just needs to open, okay?
So I don't know if I just was dilating because I was on the toilet for a minute just sitting there, and that's another tip. Or I was probably dilating from before, not sure. So it's things started picking up. Now I'm gonna tell you guys how to stay calm, and well, try to stay calm, because once the contractions hit, that's all you think about is the contractions, literally. Make sure you have some pep talks to yourself. So when you're going through your contractions, don't say it out loud. Just keep it in your head while you're going through the contractions. So say it in your head, just be like, you're almost here. I'm about to give birth to a blessing. You know, a lot of like cool things, like affirmative, positive things you want to say in your head. And that will kind of keep you, kind of distract you from the contractions, you know, while you breathe. And you want to breathe low. You want to breathe really low. You don't want to breathe and get loud through your contractions, because that's actually using more of your strength. So you want to be, you know, really calm and really low. So you want to breathe like, oh. Yeah, make sure the pep talks are in your head. Tell yourself your baby's coming and you're doing a wonderful thing. You're bringing a beautiful baby into the world. And honestly, not a lot of people get to experience that. So you should always tell yourself that while you're in contraction, so you can have the strength to bring your baby into this world. You don't want to feel like you cannot do it, because you really can, because our body was prepared and was made for it. Save all of your energy. Try not to give your contractions too much of you, because it gets worse. Like the pain level gets higher. Another cool tip is, if you have your partner with you to give birth with you, make sure you ask them to help, because it does help. At some point before I got to 8 centimeters dilated, my partner was applying pressure to my lower back and twisting it counterclockwise, and that felt so good, because it felt like she was pushing the baby forward. And also to get your hips and squeeze them in a little bit. If you ask your midwives about it, or your doctor, they'll show your partner exactly what to do, and they'll be able to do that. That helped a lot with the pain. I promise it helped a lot. A very, very, very important tip: rest if you can. Try your hardest to rest whenever the contraction stops. Now, the contractions comes quickly after a while, but try your hardest to rest, close your eyes and breathe, because when it got down to my 9 centimeters, I did not do that. Like, my midwife had to keep reminding me, relax, because once the other one comes, it's gonna hit you even harder. So you wanna relax, take your breath, and then be ready for the next one. If they offer gas, I don't know the actual name for it, but ask your midwife about it. If they offer gas, make sure you ask them if you can get that, or if it's safe for you to get it. I'm not really sure about it, but I did ask my midwife for it when I was about 8 centimeters, when it was getting crazy, and it did nothing for me. Like, it did nothing. I told them, take it off, take it back. It didn't do anything. I felt like I was just wasting my time, and it was getting me so irritated because I was in so much pain, and I thought it would help. But they did warn me in the beginning that it doesn't really take away the pain. So you have to remember that these certain things, that when you're doing it naturally, it doesn't really take away the pain. It kind of put a band-aid on it, kind of, you know, but it doesn't take away the pain. But you can ask, because some women say it does help for them. So make sure you ask your midwife about different pain relievers instead of the epidural, you know, if you don't want to go down that route. Ask your doctor or your midwife about it too, because I don't want you guys to just go off what I say, because you are going to have a doctor in your room, you are going to have a nurse, you are going to have your midwife, so make sure you ask them. Oh, it feels so good. To make the pain normal. And my midwife kept telling me that, and guys, that was the best advice in the world. Like, just make that pain normal, because when you first start having contractions, it's kind of like, ooh, okay, I can feel it. And you know, you're making it normal because you know it's gonna come every couple minutes, so you're like, okay, I'm waiting for it to come again. So pretty much when it gets worse, you're gonna take that pain and you're gonna be like, okay, so this is what it's gonna feel like. I'm gonna go through it and it's gonna be over. Boom, boom, boom.
Make each level normal. Okay. Like you're at another intensity now, reset normal. If the pressure's only not all normal, so you can kind of reset the bar, okay?
So when I got to 8 centimeters, the pain was picking up, and I was crying. Like I was, ugh. If your labor team allows you to labor in the water or use the shower, please ask them to, because the warm and the heat from the water, it really relaxes you and gets you in this mood where you feel like there's not going to be another contraction, even though there is. But it feels so much better because you can move around and distract yourself from the pain of the contraction. Ask them before you even give birth. You should always ask your labor team, do they labor in water, or you know, anything like that that you would like to be a part of your birthing experience. You can ask for a mirror, you can ask for almost anything when you're doing a natural birth. I ate and did everything, and I had people asking me, how did you eat during birth? How is that possible? Blah blah. I only could eat ice chips or whatever. But that's the cool part about a natural birth. You don't have to starve yourself. You can walk around, you can do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, that sounds so good.
When she checked me and said I was only 9 centimeters afterwards, I was like, no. And she was like, no, it's a flexible 9. So you got, you know, you could just push, keep trying to push, and your water's gonna break any second, which she was right.
Stay with it. Breathe, Mama, breathe. You're almost there.
You're doing so amazing. So you're 9. No. But it's a super flexible 9. But let's do this at the peak. I don't want you to full on push it, but at the peak of the contractions, let's do little grunt stillness and help relieve some of the pressure. Listen. If you want to do this natural, I think we can still do it for sure. I just need your head in the game for the rest of it, okay? Do you know what you've been doing the last 2 contractions? Did you keep doing that 3 thing? Can you do it? I'm going to set up the tub and we'll push in the tub, okay? Listen. I want you to push though when I'm setting up the tub. I want you to push through the contractions, and your water's going to break any second. Okay? When you're so close, you're almost done, okay? Let's get it in your arms, okay?
I didn't end up having my water birth because he came out on the bed. But the cool thing is they don't stop you from, especially when you're having a natural birth, they don't stop you from any position you choose. If you don't want to have it on the bed, you don't have to. So that was cool. I didn't have to lay a certain way. I literally was on the bed tilted. My head was halfway off the bed, and that's how I gave birth. It was ridiculous.
You heard her, right? With these contractions, you're going to push. And we can help hold legs, whatever position you want. Oh, Melinda, look at me. You need to relax. It's okay.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh, there it goes. There you go, my friend.
Let me.
I can't.
You got it,
Naji. Oh, push it. Ah!
I hope these tips helped you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're new to my channel, comment below and let me know. And I'll talk to you guys later.